This is, of course, the final Thanksgiving for Barack Obama as president. Tonight, we'll look back at his performance in the area of national security. We have Fox team coverage. Catherine Herridge examines why the president has not been able to keep one of his first promises to close down the terrorist prison at Guantanamo Bay. But first up, Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen at the White House tonight with a look at how history may judge the commander-in-chief on his efforts to counter the terrorist threat. Good evening, James.
Doug, good evening. On most issues, most modern presidents compile a record that is, at best, mixed. And so it is for Barack Obama and his prosecution of a war on terror that he inherited from his predecessor. After 3 teams of ISIS terrorists killed 130 people in and around Paris 1 year ago, President Obama underscored the constraints on him and other Western leaders.
When you're talking about the ability of a handful of people with not wildly sophisticated military equipment, weapons, who are willing to die, they can kill a lot of people.
3 weeks later, ISIS-inspired terrorists shot and killed 14 people in Southern California. The rise of ISIS in Syria and Iraq, the group's unprecedented seizure of territory and cash, and its ability to recruit killers online, including on U.S. soil, all after Mr. Obama dismissed ISIS as the junior varsity of terrorist groups, left Americans uncertain whether their commander-in-chief had a firm handle on the problem.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse. We don't have a strategy yet.
I don't think history will judge the administration to have been very effective. We've seen the unraveling of the region, whether it's Libya or Yemen or Syria and Iraq. And we've also seen an increase of terrorism in international sort of theaters, Western Europe, airports, and now in America.
As a candidate, then Senator Obama vowed to shift the war on terror from Iraq to Afghanistan.
If another attack on our homeland comes, it will likely come from the same region where 9/11 was planned.
And as president, Mr. Obama authorized a troop surge in Afghanistan and brought Osama bin Laden to justice.
A small team of Americans carried out the operation with extraordinary courage and capability.
But the Arab Spring and the Syrian civil war gave rise, according to the RAND Corporation, to a 58% increase in the formation of Islamist terror groups, a term the president refused even to use, even as he touted his success in rolling back ISIS.
And in both Iraq and Syria, ISIL has not been able to reclaim any significant territory that they have lost.
The White House says that President Obama treated the global war on terror much like other global issues, in that it was always his aim to enlist regional allies and to help train them so that they could carry the fight to the terrorists largely on their own. Doug?
James Rosen on the North Lawn tonight. Thank you, James.